From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big morning on Early Mornings LA with incredible great deals, direct details about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021, direct from Santa Monica. In this recording, we'll go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to the American people under the fourth stimulus recon, the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. I'll go over these fourth stimulus checks and what they mean for you and why they're application-based mostly, and why Purple Hawks are going to clean up. Then we cut to the deliciousness of the fourth stimulus recon and the MSCs, monthly stimulus checks. We'll go over the world exclusive. Only here on this channel is the number one guy in DC wants you to have an MSC, but he's not alone. There are other Democrats who are flexing their muscles to give you an MSC as well. We'll go over all the details of that. Then you'll meet one viewer who got $80,000 from this channel and then turned around and got another $100,000 for his family days later. We have all the deliciousness because the toast is toasted, the butter is buttering, and the coffee is brewing, but the bacon's missing on this Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day across the coast. I'm so glad you joined me on a gorgeous Early Mornings broadcast. In this fourth stimulus check update of 2021, we're going to go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we got to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed, a $3.5 trillion of checks coming to you and the American people. And the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of the channel. It's all deliciousness. Then we cut to the big items of those MSCs and why the number one guy in DC is not alone in wanting to give you those MSCs. We'll go over all the details you need to know as across the board. And as we go into a big day, direct from the coast on Santa Monica, we'll be going over the big money you can get. It's a big day, and the excitement starts right now because this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America, live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. Coming up next is Overnight's Crypto, and then our new hit show, Mornings Countdown LALATE. It comes up before Mornings LA. It is at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Then I'm back with you on Mornings LA live on air at 9 a.m. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers is a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Meantime, if you've not signed up for those LA alerts, what are you doing? Totally free. You don't want to miss anything when it hits. It's at news.la.com/alerts. It's in the description of this video. Put your name and email address in. You're ready to rock and roll, and you'll get those alerts when on the road, shirt or shirtless. Let's cut to those monthly stimulus checks. House versus Senate, Senate versus House. Who wants to give you what? Let's go over all the deliciousness starting right now. Warren, Sanders, Wyden calling for a monthly stimulus check, but not saying how many months nor the amount. AOC, Omar, calling for a monthly stimulus check, $2,000 a month, but not saying how many months. Ways and Means, calling for monthly, but not saying how many months nor the amount. And of course, the one that is not elected officials, but the American people, calling for a $2,000 monthly, but not saying the number of months. And the one that's captivated a country has been that House bill. Pandemic plus 1 year, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter, which would amount to at least 12 checks, which would be at least $13,000. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate. House or Senate, tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is along the coast or by sand or by sea, wherever you are inland, this beautiful Early Mornings broadcast. Who gets that fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third, you get a fourth. A single individual, $75,000 less. Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. Marry a couple, $150,000 or less. Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check and double it. Family of before, Democrats want you to have a forced stimulus check, quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security Welfare benefits, Democrats want you to have a forced stimulus check. The forced stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the forced stimulus check would not be a waivable check. It would be the same check for everyone and would not waive at you unless you're at the beach. And it's a German check. Just a different check, on holiday, on vacation, tourist. And then if it runs up to you and kisses you on two cheeks, it's not a U.S. check. We just don't do that here. That's the Italian check. In the second half of this video, we're going to go, the third part of this video, we'll be going over the world exclusive. As not one, but several legislators want you to have MSCs, monthly stimulus checks under the forced stimulus recon. One guy speaks out, but other has spoke out as well. We'll go over all the deliciousness in this world exclusive. And then we'll be kind to stimulus as well. But first, get a pen, paper ready, and let's get some big money today. Reality check, because that's what we're going to do right now. Forced stimulus, not laying your bank account this week, not laying your bank out last week. And eviction moratorium over, mortgage forbearance over, a federal enhanced unemployment benefits over, state enhanced unemployment benefits over. You need money. This money available right now. It is money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utilities. I'm going to get you that money and more starting right now. And our inspiration to start the day is Johnny. 2 weeks ago, Johnny was one of several viewers on this channel who started the week at $0 from this channel. By the middle of the week, he was one of several viewers who was at $40,000 with 3 items. But by the weekend, Johnny kept on pushing. This is 2 weekends ago. He pushed and got 4 more items, bringing his grand total to 7 items. And his grand total of money gotten, $80,000. Now, last week, Johnny came back and he reached out to his family members saying, hey, you need to get this money as well. And what did they get in the next 5 days? $100,000. Let's go over all the incredible details of Johnny's story and his inspiration for us, starting with what Johnny did for himself 2 weeks ago. 0 by the middle of the week, $40,000 by the weekend, $80,000 total. He got $12,000 for SNAP, $10,000 for EIDL, $2,000 for taxes. He got $21,000 for housing, then $9,000 for electric, then another $25,000 for housing, then $50 a month for internet and phone, bring his grand total to $80,000. The following week, Johnny was back talking to his family members about third stimulus and telling them he had just gotten $80,000. Their response was, third stimulus? It's a $1,400 stimulus check. It's automatic. I don't have to do anything. Just lay it in my bank account. There's no other money. Johnny, no, there's more money. I just got $80,000 last week. What are you talking about? What 80? LALATE, did you watch the channel? Johnny gives us the update about how he got pushback from his own family thinking that there was no other money in third stimulus besides a stimulus check. Hey, I've been talking to you about you to my friends and family, and as of today, I helped 5 friends save their homes and put food on their table, and 3 family members and thought I was full of it till I got them SNAP, because it was a SNAP. And oh my God. So, before we get to the numbers, let's go over what happened there. He reached out to his family member and said, hey, got this other sums of money. And they said, no, third stimulus, just get the automatic check, $1,400. There's no other money in third stimulus. Yeah, there is. Pick up the phone. What do you mean pick up the phone? Why do I have to pick up the phone? Because you pick up the phone to get the other money under third stimulus. He had a pushback. He pushed them back and said, pick up the darn phone and call. And they got it. Less than 5 days. What did they get? 2 family members got $41,500. Wow. And the other family member got $57,600. That's $100,000 in 1 week for a family that started the week at 0, ended the week at $100,000. Thought it wasn't possible. They got it. This has been awesome to see others stop stressing about their bills. Your channel has helped so many others and helped myself tremendously. You're such a godsend, Purple Power, Purple Hawk. Let's get that big sum of money as well. We're going to get some rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowner assistance for you right now. We're going to start with rent because rent is a lot more money than you would be surprised. Rent is over $20,000 for most of the viewers of this channel. Let's look and see what the Purple Hawks, have you become a member yet? The link's under the video, have gotten from this channel. Wow, look at these numbers. Over $20,000. Elizabeth, Purple Hawk, $27,000. Then when we go to utilities, Johnny got $9,000. So why is Johnny at $9,000, which is more than other people? Because the more videos I make, the more people become subscribers, the more people that become Purple Hawks, they become more sophisticated. They get more skilled at doing this, and then they learn about how to really get every single penny they can get. Then when we look at Snap, you're going to meet someone in a second who got even higher than this. He got $19,000. And then finally, the combo people. The people got 3 items: rent, utilities, food, and internet. Let's look at that graphic. Oh my goodness. Nisi at $23,000 with 3 items, and Nancy at 3 items at $32,000. And there's Mark at 2 items for $32,000. Now, Mark has 2 updates for us. I'm going to give you his other update later this week. But here's the first update, his 4 wonderful details of great news. There's 4 items of real great news with Mark in this incredible third stimulus story. Number 1 is that Mark initially had gotten 2 items. And for 3 days on camera, I said to Mark, go get the other sums of money that are available for you under this third stimulus. And he did. Number 1, Mark got snapped in less than 5 days. Wow. Number 2, Mark realized that there's several items to get under third stimulus besides just 3. So he saw the inspiration for Johnny. He's trying to get other items. Number 4, Mark told his neighbor about this channel, and that neighbor went from $0 to $21,000 of rent in less than 1 week. Unusual? No. Chanan last weekend, Purple Hawk of 2 months, reached out to her friend and said, watch this channel. Now her friend is addicted to this channel. The friend got $21,000 in less than 5 days from several different items. And you saw Johnny, his family members, got $100,000 in less than 1 week. You get this money. And finally, Mark got that snap. How much did Mark get for snap? He got $19,000, bringing his grand total, Mark, on this channel, in addition to that $19,000, to $50,500. And there you go, because the sky's the ceiling, and the ceiling is the sky on this channel. I don't know what that means. I mean is that there's no limit. Lorraine got over $105,000, and this is what we do, because this is LALATE. You may think there's a lot going on in this video. Oh, we're just getting started. Because on this channel, I get people world exclusive details about stimulus. I give them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, financial news channel coverage. No other channel records 24 hours a day. Broadcast channels don't do that. And finally, I give people money. I've been getting people a lot of money since day one. I launched this channel in spring of last year, April of last year, to get them money from their EIDL loans and grants or applications that were stalled up. They were stalled. They weren't getting approved. They were stuck on what I call the 330, the 331, and the 484 tax. But one after another, I got them approved. I got them $25 million of EIDL loans approved, saving their businesses, their homes, and their employees' homes. Then, 3 days later, a new application was going live. It was totally new. Some states didn't go live for several months. It was called PUA. It was insanely confusing at first. People had never seen anything like this. I did their applications one after time on camera. Got viewers like Eileen Bellicamp, $15,000 out of Hawaii. But then in fall of 2020, second stimulus was not coming. You needed money. It was the holidays. Except for where I got viewers $250,000 for money for rent, like Tyrone and his family for out of Boston. Now we're doing it again. The only difference is we're getting bigger sums of money. So today is your day. No fourth stimulus coming to this today. No fourth stimulus coming this week. This money available today. Whether you're Chanan's friend or Mark's friend or Johnny's family members, this money is getting gotten by viewers $20,000 to $100,000 every few days. So pick up the pen and paper. We're going to get some rent right now, utilities, mortgages, and homeowners utilities starting right now. Let's go over some introductory remarks. First, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. Each place has different eligibility. So if one says no, reach out to the next. Also, they have different pots of money. Then understand there's keywords I'm going to say in this video. Listen to those keywords. It helps get people approved. And finally, every state has money. It was dedicated to the states equally based upon the number of residents of the state. Are you ready? Here are the 6 places you're going to reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. Your county hall, your county house authority. Your state hall, and your state house authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. That's it. You got this. You can make the phone call. I'm talking to you like Johnny talked to his family members. Make the call today and get that money. And congratulations to Tim and Linda who got this wonderful pot of money. The next pot of money is the money for SNAP. And it's a SNAP to get. If you got a stimulus check, then you're eligible for SNAP generally. SNAP is a SNAP you get from Department of Agriculture. Reach out to them, and it pays a lot. Johnny got $19,000, but guess what? His money's now worth $25,000. What happened? Department of Agriculture made the announcement 2 weeks ago, and everyone's benefits are going up, an average of 25%, a lifetime automatically nationwide. I had a viewer on this first afternoon's LALATE yesterday. She said she went from $19 a month to $350 a month. Wow, that is a big jump. Congratulations to her. If you got that snap as well, post in the live chat right now. Lynn Glenn got it for herself and her son and her mom. The next pile of the money is the money coming back from your state due to overpayment of unemployment benefits and a computer error. Federal government has ordered the states to pay that money to you. One viewer got $3,000, another viewer got $5,000. It's coming by direct deposit. And finally, the refund check coming back from IRS that you paid taxes on the 2020 unemployment benefits. It's landed by direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Range is about $1,200 to $2,000. Margaret got it, Cod got it, Michael got it. More about that in a second, but here's a personal message. I launched this channel to help people get money. Lots of it. There's a lot of money out there. And when you're in the live chat, you need to post your success stories for rent, utilities, and food, because when you do, you help other people as well. A lot of people need that encouragement. They just need to understand, pick up the phone and call. Just call. You call about the power outage. You call about the water leak. You call about the gasoline line break. You call about the telephone service down. Pick up the phone and ask for some money now this time. If you qualify for it, just make the call. People are realizing these are big sums of money. How could you pass up $30, $40, $50, $180,000? And number three, there's multiple sums of money for you to get. So pick up the phone and call right now. And post your success stories in the live chat. And let's go back to those unemployment benefits. Where they landing? Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov and do a transcript search. And 70% of the time it will work. And it'll reveal stuff that you've never seen, like Mitch's wonderful routine with the baton twirlers on Star Search. Can't wait to have that. Yes, as we go into the second part of this video, starting right now, deal done, signed, sealed. A forced stimulus recon is a done deal. And who said that last weekend? Me and someone else. That other person is Ron Klain. He is the chief of staff to the president. He appeared on Broadcast Me and said, we did this recon. We passed this 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? I love that. Recon has been passed. It's a recon procedural. And it means there will be a recon, number one. It'll be $3.5 trillion, number two. And it'll be all checks from the American people. Previous recons are very small. This one's an enormous one. Previous recons have also been nearly all for corporations. This is all for the American people. Deliciousness. Now, how did we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot by taking roads and bridges out of the recon and putting it into something which became called the bipartisan. Let's go over the details of that. Conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by taking out some of the spending from the recon, roads and bridges, put in the bipartisan, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. There you go. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. It's important to understand how Democrats do legislation with Democrats. So recon, only Democrats with Democrats. There's no Republicans needed, and there's no Republicans involved. How do Democrats with Democrats do legislation? They first verbally agree upon what they're doing. They make it a verbal agreement. And then once they have a verbal agreement, they put it to paper to confirm the verbal agreement. That's the bill. And then they vote on the bill, which is already confirming what they already agreed upon. And that's why in the month of June and July on this channel, I reported that the Democrats already agreed to do a recon, price tag $3.5 trillion. They had verbally agreed upon it. They had the meeting. They said, yeah, I verbally agree. So that when they're writing it up, they're just writing up what they verbally agreed to. That's much of nothing. And that when that's called for a vote, it's also much of nothing because they already agreed upon this. That's the same when we look at recon substantive, which comes up next. Because guess what? You should not be focusing on what day is the bill voting on, what day are we seeing the bill, because that's not the issue. The issue is what do they verbally agree upon now. Whatever they verbally agree upon now becomes the actual bill. And that's why Representative Brian Richie Torres and Representative Ilhan Omar had said before they agreed upon a price tag, we need a big recon. We need a recon that goes as big as balls we want. And then once everyone had agreed upon a price tag of the recon, the president said, protect my recon, because everything in that recon is Democratic, progressive priorities, White House's priorities, checks to the American people, says Jalapal and Schatz. So what is a recon procedural? What is a recon substantive? What is a bipartisan? And where are we in this path? So let's go over the two paths starting right now. And the first one is your money. Second one is not. First one is your money. Recon, also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill. Price tag $3.5 trillion. Also called the Democratic spending plan, the progressive social reform plan. Bipartisan, not your money, called roads and bridges, also called infrastructure. We had three things to do, but the tow truck has passed over the finish line. The recon procedural is done. Now we're on to recon substantive. Let's go over recon procedural versus recon substantive. And please watch one particular word. The word is committee. I'm going to be coming back to that in the third part of this video. Recon procedural decided, yeah, price tag 3.5, yeah, deal. And that the money is split among committees. Got that done, deal. And then recon substantive, which is what they're doing now, goes over how to spend the money in those committees. Ron Klain, Ron Wyden, Bernie, and Chuck all confirmed that all last week they were working on the deal provisions of the recon substantive and all weekend long as well. So how do we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot from Jalopal, who recently wrote Schumer a letter say Chuck called the vote on the recon. And that letter was signed by 12 House Democrats, part of 100 plus House Democrats, who recently wrote the president a letter saying we're putting forced stimulus recon checks in that forced stimulus package. Wow. Can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee recently wrote the president a letter saying we're putting stimulus checks in that forced stimulus package. Is those the people for that graphic before? It is those people. And here's what you need to know is that it's hard to find a single Democrat who's not talking about stimulus checks. They're all talking about stimulus checks monthly, these Democrats. The Republicans want you to think that no one's talking about stimulus checks. It's sort of strange. It's like they want you to say, no one's talking about it, because I'm telling you that no one's talking about it. Yeah, I just heard someone talk about it. No, you didn't. Just forget that they mentioned it. Excuse me? Yeah, Republicans want you to think that no Democrat's talking about it because Republicans are telling you that no one's talking about it. No. You're talking about it. Every Democrat's talking about it. Warren, Sanders, Wyden talking about it. AOC, Omar talking about it. House bill signed by 100 plus Democrats talking about it. House Ways and Means, a dozen members talking about it. And then we have the Jalopal signed letter, another 100 people. They're all talking about it. What else can we talk about? The Ron Klain comment about global minimum corporate tax rate. It's a thing I usually cover at this part of the video. I sort of glaze over it because it's sort of boring. It's taxes. But the president confirms that the recon is not going to be paid for by raising the national debt. It's paid for by corporate taxes. They've identified about 50 plus corporations that haven't paid a penny in corporate taxes for many, many years, owing billions of dollars in taxes. And they're saying, hey, that's what's going to pay for the recon. We're going to fix and clean up those tax loopholes. And there you go. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this early morning's broadcast, we'll be going over the deliciousness of the forced stimulus recon, those application-based checks and the MSCs, and the people who want to give you those MSCs and the deal provisions. Incredible, great news. But first, here's a personal message from me to you. Forced stimulus recon, you're going to see in a second, is mostly about you picking up the phone and asking, I need this money. This money's for me. Okay, it's getting sent to you. So I want you to do that at least once on the third stimulus. Get that phone, get that internet, get that get that rent, that utilities, that food, get that paid for. Pick up the phone and get it. You've called about water leakage or gas outage or a telephone line down. Pick up the phone and ask for the money. Rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage assistance because of COVID, or utility assistance because of COVID. After you've gotten that one item, you're going to be ready to rock it under fourth stimulus. And here's a little bit about the community page. After you get that first item or two and you can't get any more, don't worry. Reach out to the volunteers to help you get the other sums of money. And I'll be back with you in 60 seconds with a continuation of early mornings LA. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now from Santa Monica, California, as we go into the final 15 minutes on this early morning's broadcast. So much deliciousness. We're just missing some bacon. Where's my bacon? In the second half of this video, we'll be going over this monthly stimulus checks and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we got to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed, but mostly application-based. What does this mean for you? You'll have to pick up the phone. I'll explain the details in the second half of this final 15 minutes of this video. Then we cut to the world exclusive as the number one guy in DC wants you to have MSCs. We'll go over all the deliciousness of what's happening and then the excitement, of course, of this stimulus as well. Meantime, if you're not signed up for those LA alerts, you need to do so. Hit that alert button and put your name and email address in there. Watch for that confirmation email. Over 1,000 of you are still pending. It's at news.la.com/alerts. Totally free. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers to YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video to 30,000 likes and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Coming up next is Overnight's Crypto. Then at 7 o'clock is our new hit show, Mornings Countdown LALATE. It's at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll see you at 9 a.m. live on air. Let's cut to the deliciousness of this stimulus, which the president had promised for you. And now it's happening in the September efforts of Congress. Fifth stimulus involves that raising up of your benefits if you're on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and railroad benefits. Let's go over the details of this and how it works starting right now. First thing they're going to do is raise your benefits up if you're on SSI and SSDI. Then they're going to remove the income cap. Then remove the asset cap. Then apply the income cap, remove the marriage penalty, and remove the income cap as well. I think I butchered that, but who cares? I try my best. Let's recap. First, they'll raise your benefits up if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA. Then they'll apply a new benchmark. The new benchmark is inflation. Where's inflation going to go? It's going to be transitory. It's going up. How high? Oh, boy. I've been saying about 5% by December. Let's use that analysis. First, they'll raise your benefits up lifetime. And if the inflation rate is 5%, you'll go up another 5%. Not just next year, lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they never go down. Then they're going to move the asset cap, dating back to a 1980s law. This is you can't have more than $3,000 on hand. It's going to go away. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law. Says you can't work on stamp benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest. Will there be a fifth stimulus check next year? There will be. The House Ways and Means Committee will represent as well. And finally, the incredible details of the Purple Hawks. If you're in a live chat and you've not become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? You need that emoji behind your name. Consider becoming a Purple Hawk today. The link is under the video. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. You're delivered daily from me via the YouTube and LLA community page, a breakdown of all the big money available under first, second, and third stimulus. Everything proposed in the fourth and fifth stimulus. That's how viewers are getting 10s, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, $100,000 a day from this channel. When third stimulus passed, a lot of people just focused on the stimulus check. $1,400. Okay, I got it. I'm ready for the fourth stimulus check. Then the fifth stimulus check. No. Back up. There's a lot of other money available for you on the third stimulus. What? Excuse me? That's what people said in January. And I told them I can get you $14,000. Now I'm getting them $100,000. That's what Johnny said to his family members last week. I got $80,000. From what? From third stimulus. Third stimulus, that's just a $1,400 stimulus check. No, there's other money in there. Really? Yeah, go get that money because fourth stimulus is not landing this week. This money is. And they got it. So consider becoming a Purple Hawk today so you can get this big sums of money. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. That's what Ron Klahan said, and that's what I said last week as well. Your fourth stimulus recon is a done deal. $3.5 trillion recon, number one. And all checks for the American people, number two, and nothing for corporations. Biggest recon we've ever seen in the history of this channel. Let's go over all the deliciousness of this first with the core, and then I'll go over the MSC on top of that in just a second. The recon is mostly application-based stimulus, meaning you have to pick up the phone and get that money from respective committee, not from IRS. Why? Because IRS doesn't know about your internet, your vision, or your teeth. Let's go back to that recon procedural and recon substantive. How are the committees going to spend the money? Remember I told you watch the word committee? How much are the committees getting, and how are they going to spend the money? Well, once it becomes law, the committees will have the money, and you're going to pick up the phone and ask for it from them. You've been doing this since day one. PBT, PPP, SNAP, EIDL, UA, PUA, they all gave money to committees, and you reached out to the committees that had the money and said, I want it, and you got it. And that's what we're going to do under forced stimulus recon. Let's look at an example of how this plays out with some of the proposed items of the recon. These are all items that are delicious checks, but that IRS could never send to you because they know nothing about these subject matters. Free school meals for all checks, tax break checks, cheaper prescription medication checks, checks for free internet, checks for seniors, checks for farmers, checks for workers like independent contractors, checks for seniors, checks for low eligibility age, checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing care. There you go. IRS, they don't know anything about your internet or your vision or your dental. They don't know anything about those things, or your prescription medication. They don't know those things. Those are in committees, and the committees will have your money. So viewers that have been watching this channel since day one are going to do very, very well under forced stimulus. You're going to pick up the phone and get these items, lots of them from lots of different committees. Like Johnny picked up the phone, got 7 items in 5 days. Lots of different checks from lots of different committees. Imagine Johnny got 80,000 7 items from third stimulus. So it was this small. Imagine how well he's going to do in a fourth stimulus. That's so much bigger. You are as well. Incredible, great news. Now let's turn to MSC, monthly stimulus check. Earlier in this video, I showed you that every Democrat is really talking about these monthly stimulus checks. They're all talking about stimulus checks, and they're all talking about them monthly. They talk about different number of months, different amounts, but they're all talking about generally the same thing. Well, along the way, when you look at broadcast media with these big, massive corporations that own 100 affiliate stations in local markets, they've done no reporting on the subject matter. What do? They just sort of say, haven't heard about it, so I don't know. Did they pick up the phone and call? No, of course not. Now, over the last few months, I've told you consistently to pick up the phone and call your elected official, whoever is your senator, whoever is your House member, Democrat, only Democrats, especially progressives. Pick up the phone and say it. We need an MSC. And that's what WR did several weeks ago. Picked up the phone and called Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, Joe Biden's oldest confidant. Spoke to his staffer about the need of a monthly stimulus check. And the staffer said, of course. Senator Chris Coons is proposing a forced stimulus check already in the forced stimulus package. Well, there you go. The way you do reporting is you pick up the phone and call the source and ask the source what's happening. That's the source, the legislators. The source is not the internet or search engines. The source is the legislators. Broadcast media, not doing reporting, not picking up the phone, not asking the legislators, looking on the computer and seeing if there's search results for it. That's just a circle of misinformation. Turn off broadcast media, turn off YouTube channels, other YouTube channels. They aren't doing any reporting. They're just reporting a circle of lack of information. Now, what happened 2 weeks ago? Well, let's first look at this budget bill. The complete name for the budget bill is the Forced Stimulus Reconciliation Budget Bill. Notice the word budget. What committee oversees the budget bill? What committee is in charge of the budget bill? The budget committee. That's sort of obvious. Yeah, the budget committee in charge of the budget bill. Okay, I got it. Is that a joke? No, it's not a joke. That's really what it's called. Okay, the budget committee in charge of the budget committee. And who's head of the budget committee? The budget chairman. Oh, of course, yeah, of course it is. The budget chairman, the budget bill, and the budget committee. Okay, I got it. And what's his name? Bernie Budget Sanders. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I got it. Bernie and the budget bill and the budget committee. Yeah, I got it. So what's the point? The point is that's where the budget bill is. Oh, I see. Well, has Bernie talked about it? He did. 2 weeks ago, he said prior budget chairmen sort of did their thing in D.C., but I like to get out amongst the people. And I merely translated that to viewers. Amongst the people means he wants to hear from you. What should I be doing with this budget? What do you think? What is your opinion of the situation? And I said that to viewers 2 weeks ago. I said, pick up the phone and tell Bernie what your opinion of the situation is. He wants to hear from you. Not a lot of viewers did initially. Lynn Glenn picked up the phone and called. And Brother Joshua, 2020 volunteer for the community page and a longtime viewer of this channel, picked up the phone and called and spoke to Bernie Sanders' staffer and said, Can we talk about those MSCs? Yeah, Senator Bernie Sanders is proposing a monthly stimulus check in the forced stimulus recon. Well, there you go. World exclusive. World exclusive. Someone picked up the phone and actually made the phone call. You think the broadcast channels could have done that? Picked up the phone and actually asked Warren, Sanders, Wyden, AOC, Omar, any of these people? Coons? Could they have picked up the phone and called any of these people? No. What are they doing? Comparing Courtney and Chloe's eyeshadow. It's just, come on, get the reporting right. Turn off broadcast media, turn off these other YouTube channels. They're not doing anything for anyone except not doing reporting. And so let's go over all the deliciousness of this conversation. The conversation involved the staffer telling Brother Joshua, yes, Senator Bernie Sanders is proposing a monthly stimulus check. Great, number one. Number two, that the proposed item is about $1,000 to $1,400 a month. Great. Number two. Number three, let's go over the time duration. Monthly, yes, awesome. Number four, duration 3 to 6 months. Oh, that is wonderful. But there's a catch. What's the catch? The staffer told Brother Joshua that Bernie Sanders only wants to do this if he has the support of the American people, and which includes, of course, Purple Power. We got this, Purple Power. This is all us. We've been doing this since 2020. The only case was the reverse then. In 2020, we said, hey, we want to propose this. And we said, what legislator has our back on this? Now it's a legislator who wants to propose something and is asking what American citizen has his back. We do. Pick up the phone and support your elected officials. Call up Wyden, Warren, Sanders, Coons, AOC, Omar. Say, I support you. Get a monthly stimulus check out the door. Do it. I love you. Be professional, respectful, kind, polite, and inspirational. They want to hear from you. You need to tell them. Because remember, they're doing the recon substantive chatter now, the talk amongst themselves. And once they get that agreement, they're going to reduce it to writing. And yeah, you don't want to reach out to them after they've reached it and put it into a writing. You want to reach out to them before they've reached the agreement. Now, let's go over some of the calculations of this. House bill, $1,000 a month after the first month, $2,000, 12 months, $13,000, but it takes 12 months to get the money. Bernie on the high end, 6 months, $1,400, that's about $9,000, but it only takes 6 months to get the money. Yeah, I think you have an opinion. This is a lot faster of cash infusion, whereas you're waiting for 12 months to get an extra few $1,000s. This is really good. Push, Purple Power, push, push, push. Now, let's go over the importance of what's happening in the next few days. Legislators, Democrats, House and Senate, having these meetings day in, day out to agree upon the provisions of the forced stimulus recon. They need to hear from you. They need to hear, I support you. I want a monthly stimulus check. This is not a situation of asking for things. This is a situation of expressing your opinion. Let me show you the contrast. The first is a conversation you should have. I want to express my support. I want to express the importance of a monthly stimulus check. It should be a good number value, and it should be for a few months. I think you've done a great service to our country. Thank you so much. And I think it should be a good number, and it should be for several months. That's an example of a perfectly fine conversation. Not a perfectly fine conversation. The following I'm going to show you is not a good conversation. When am I getting my stimulus check? When is it landing in my direct deposit? I need it right now. Is it coming this week? When is it coming? There's no advocacy in that conversation. You're just asking for routing times. Who do you sound like? You sound like, let's check back at our cast of characters. You sound like Wendy Wynn, who I don't have in this video. I surprisingly don't have her. She's the person who simply asks when. That's what legislators don't want to hear. They want to hear what you want to do. Also not sufficient. Saying, it's September. Hi, I'm Calendar Colleen. It's September. What do you have to call about Mrs. Colleen? I just want to tell you it's September. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for telling me what month it is. I appreciate that, and have a beautiful day. And Calendar Cod, not very helpful conversation. Whatever happened in July? What happened in August? Those months have passed. This is the month of September. How can I help you, Calendar Cod? Just nothing. I just want to tell you whatever happened in July and August. Well, they passed. They don't have the conversation. And then my favorite, freedom of speech, freedom. She has that strange eyebrow. There it goes. And she has fake facts forever. You gave yourself a salary raise. My goodness. I mean, I don't know who started, and maybe it's Frida. I don't know who started that fake fact. fake fact, like I've never seen a fake fact, that Nancy gave herself a salary raise. It's literally everywhere in the comments. I have to say no, that's untrue, like at least 3 times a day. I don't know what conservative media publication put that out, but it's so wrong. It's the staffers that got a salary raise, the W-2 employees that can get fired tomorrow that got a salary raise, and it's not like they're going to the cow. It's not like they're going to the casino and buying, $12 ice cream every 10 seconds. It's a salary raise. I mean, everyone got salary raises. You go to the local takeout fast food place, they raise a salary raise. Walmart raised salaries. Target, everyone's just a few $1 or $2. That's not like Nancy Pelosi walked up and said, "I'm going to raise my salary to $900,000 a year." That's not what happened. But somehow Frida got that story out there. Untrue. So make sure you push. Push means advocating, being professional, respectful. Push means advocating. Doesn't mean asking or tracking. Tracking. When. No. That's not advocating. Advocating is saying, I want to express my professional opinion. I think we need stimulus checks. And you can express your professional opinion about a lot of other things, which I maybe don't cover in this video. Extension of unemployment benefits, enhanced unemployment benefits, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance. You can talk about a lot of other things that you can bring up in that conversation. And that's how we do it as a Purple Power. Make news, make news, not just report news. Coming up next is Overnight's Crypto, playing live on this channel. This video will automatically take you there. And then at 7 o'clock is the new hit show, LALATE Early Mornings. I butchered the name. Mornings Countdown LALATE. It's a tongue twister. Mornings Countdown LALATE at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. Reckon I want your proudest family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video. 3,000 likes. Consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcium VIP. Just bring my bacon next time. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA.